I'm back in this bitch. I'm back in this bitch.
Man, let me go ahead and tell another one of my demon time stories about how this girl was only talking to me because her and her nigga was going through something. So I know how it feels to be used, man. I really do. So there was this girl that I knew named Autumn when I was in college. And Autumn, I didn't like know her, but I was cool with her roommate because she was roommates with this girl named Leslie. I knew Leslie for like a whole year before this shit with me and Autumn even happened. So first of all, let me start by saying this. That shit I told you about with Tiffany, my ex, when she came over my birthday weekend, whatever, that was January 2018 when that happened. Everything that I'm about to tell you with Autumn happened at the end of 2017. This was like November and shit. So a few months before. So this girl Autumn that I knew, she got my number from Leslie, and I didn't at the time I didn't know why she asked Leslie for my number, but it became a point where Autumn was just nonstop like texting me, asking me to hang out. She hit me up, was like, "Oh, hey, this is Autumn, my Leslie roommate, whoop de whoop," and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "How you get my number?" "Oh, I asked Leslie for it, whatever." So I'm like, "Okay, hi."
Oh shit.
We was already like cool, but it was always a high and by relationship. It was hi Autumn, hey Amir, and that was it. We would never really
So
talk.
shit,
We never talked
man.
or hung out.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. She asked for your number. Man, shit. You
Man,
know somebody has time.
she needed somebody to fuck with, and I was only suitor at that time. That's why she asked for my number.
Man, oh no, man. It's minor dubs in a big L. I'll say that
I'll give you
much.
that. All right, bet I appreciate it. I'll give you that. So now this is what happened. So this happened on the Monday when Autumn had texted me. She was like, "Oh, I just wanted to know if you just wanted to like to hang out today," because I started thinking about how we just pretty much always had a high and by relationship. We never spent time together. Now, this Monday, I was busy. I was like, I can't, I gotta like do like hella study and homework and shit. It sounds lame as fuck, but I blew her off because I had a shit ton of schoolwork to do. I'm like, you just randomly texted me like at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon, asking me if I wanted
That
to hang
sound
out. I'm straight.
that sound like fucking ugly God getting fucking ignored by Zeus because he had to do homework. He was a teenager,
Man.
so that's his excuse.
That's actually about to be a year anniversary of that podcast. That my first episode interviewing Zeus, that was dropped on my birthday last year, January 22nd. So ain't that crazy? That's about to be a year.
It's a fucking 4-year anniversary. That nigga not having no money.
Oh my god, bro. So that shit, I was like, man, no, you randomly asking me to hang out with you. Like, I got shit to do today. I'm straight. So we didn't talk for the rest of the day. She asked me to hang out, and I said no. We didn't talk for the rest of the day. She hit me up on Tuesday asking the exact same thing. Like, hey, this is Autumn again. I just wanted to know if you wanted to hang out today instead, since yesterday you said you were busy. Now, for today, Tuesday, I straight up fucking lied. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be busy. No, my bad. I didn't lie. I flat out told her I didn't want to. That's what it was. She was like, did you want to hang out today? I was like, no, I'm good. I don't think I even gave her a reason. I was just like, no, I'm straight. Like, I don't I ain't trying to hang out with you today. So the day before, I was like, I'm really busy with like school, homework, and shit. I got studying to do. I can't because I'm busy. The next day, I just flat out told her I wasn't interested in hanging out with her. So Wednesday, the next day after that, unsurprisingly, she hit me up again, and that was the day where I finally said yes. She was like, "Did you want to like to go to the cafeteria, get something to eat? Did you want to go to the library with the whoop?" I was like, "All right, man, fine." So while we was hanging out, like getting lunch at the school cafeteria, going to the library, talking, it was a whole conversation. I asked, I'm like, why are you even talking to me anyway? Like, where did this come from? Where you suddenly decided to hit me up? She went on the whole cliche spiel about, oh, I always thought you was cute. I just never talked to you before because I didn't know what to say, but I just felt like I just better talk to you now, where I just lose my chance with you, all this kind of shit. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So
you weren't doing that. You weren't doing that anyways. You might as well do it, bro.
That's exactly where the invite to her room came in. So when we was hanging out in the library and she was saying all that shit, I was done with like school work and all that shit for the day. I ain't had no studying to do. She was like, "Oh, I got this biology test to study for, but you can actually come to my room, hang out with me." Like before that, I was like, "Shit."
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "Shit." I had no homework to do that day. I'm like, "Hell yeah, I got time today." Shit.
It ain't like some niggas to turn down a damn booty call. You feel me? Shit. If it ain't even that, then it's to feel on some shit. Shit.
So I'm like, oh, like today, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. I got time to say I ain't tripping. So cause mind you, she shared, cause I knew her roommate Leslie like a whole year before I knew her, Autumn. So, and mind you, they was roommates. So me and Autumn chilling in the living room for like hours on end. And the whole hours where she was chilling, she ended up like doing a little bit of studying, like at first, but then when she got done, that's when we just started talking. We was on the couch the whole time. And I forgot what the fuck she was crying about, but she was just telling me her life story and shit, telling me about school, telling me about work, whoop-de-whoop. And mind you, I'm gonna say this too. The whole time we was talking, her phone was on fucking fire. I'm talking about text message after text message. And every single time she was just look at her phone and then turn it over. Look at her phone, turn it over. Phone calls and text messages out the ass. So I didn't want to ask her, but I was like, I'm starting to think this girl got a boyfriend or something because her phone is on fucking 10. I started just putting all the pieces together. I'm like, all right, so she randomly hit me up asking me to hang out, and her phone was fucking getting blown up, and she not answering. But then how I ended up knowing that she had a boyfriend, I had like looked real close to her phone one time. Her screensaver was a picture of her and her boyfriend. I was like, this explains everything. This explains everything. Because every other time her phone would like blink or ring, I would just do like a quick little glance and just mind my business. But it was one time her phone rang while she not rang. It was like notification came off while she was in the middle of talking to me. I just leaned forward, looked at her phone. I saw a picture of her and her nigga. I was like, this explains every fucking thing. Okay. But I didn't use it as a reason to stop. I was like, fuck it. I'm already over here. So,
right. I get some buns and leave.
I'm already over here chilling in your living room. Fuck it. So what ended up happening was, because at that point I was ready to go home. Ready to go back to my room. I was like, cause we was in her living room talking for like a little over 2 hours. So I was like, all right, and I had a good time chilling with you, whoopty whoop. She was like, I mean, like, you don't actually have to leave if you don't want to. We can just go in my room. Nigga, first of all, when she said that, nigga, ooh. I ain't trying to sound like on no lame shit, but when she said that, my heart started beating kind of fast. I was like, oh damn.
Shit. Trust me, bro.
I didn't know I was gonna get this far. She was like, you don't have to leave. You got to go in my room. My heart started beating fast as hell. I was like, oh, all right, fine.
Shit. It's especially if you already knew what she was on. Man, shit, and you was getting some shit anyways. Oh yeah.
Yeah. At one point during that 2.5 hour time span, we was in the living room. Leslie did come back to the room, and she saw me. She was like, "Hey, Amiri." I was like, "Hey, Leslie."
Oh damn!
I think she already knew what was on, but she was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck he doing in here chilling with her?" But no, it wasn't on no clock bucket shit. She just walked because it's her room. Like they was roommates. She just walked in.
Okay. And
how their room was set up, they had their own living room, kitchen area, but then they had their own bedroom. So it's not like her walking in, man. Right. Like we had to all like be in the same room and no shit. So she walked in, said hello. Then Leslie went in her room. She was just chilling for the rest of the night. I didn't see her after that. But when I had went in the Autumn's room, that's when it went from the whole time we was like in the bed, we was talking some more, but then that's when the talking led to the smashing. After that, bro, this girl did not want me to leave her room like early in the morning when she was going to class. So the next morning, she had class. Mind you, she still has not said anything about her boyfriend, but I already figured it out. The next morning, she get up. She has some fucking class in the morning time. I was about to get up. I didn't have class until like 2:00 that afternoon. I had plenty of time. But she was like, hey, what you about to do this morning? I'm like, I'm about to just probably go to my room and get my like school books and shit. They head to the library. I don't have class. She was like, actually, can you wait till I get back from class until you leave? I'm like, why? What the fuck? And then
what the hell?
This was the answer this girl gave. She said, oh, because I don't want Leslie to see like me and you leaving together because then I don't want her in my business. I'm like, first of all, Leslie does not fucking care. I'm sure she don't care, bro. She doesn't. But this is where the hypocritical part came in. Now, Leslie at the time was she was dating this dude named Darius. Mind you, this was 4 years ago. I think her and Darius are still together. They tight. So Leslie was dating this dude named Darius at the time. So when I had asked Autumn, I was like, why the fuck would Leslie care if she sees us together? She gonna say something, I don't want Leslie all my business. Like, she be having Darius over here. She be spending time with him. And like, I don't say anything to her. I'm like, no, this is where I brought up the boyfriend thing. Cause mind you, this whole time I've been ignoring it. But when she said that shit, she was like, Leslie be having Darius over here all the time. I don't say nothing to her. I'm like, but does Leslie have a boyfriend though? She was like, no. So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She could do what she wants. Leslie can talk to whoever the fuck she wants. She don't have a boyfriend.
And
like
wait,
you.
so hold on. Because so y'all smashed though, right?
Yeah.
And she was with this nigga.
Oh, her boyfriend name was Aaron. Yeah, she was dating some nigga named Aaron.
So what? You kinky bitch! You fucking what the heck? This Hades, hell.
Now I do have to say
going
this.
to Hades.
I do have to say this, and this is the only instance where I take Autumn's side. When I had asked her, I was like, "Man, why you?" I'm like, "Why you doing your boyfriend like that? Like you foul, you shady as hell, you shady." She gonna say, because I don't know if it was necessarily super long distance, but they did live like an hour away from each other. And it was just a long ass period of time where they was barely talking. They didn't see each other for a long time because he would like come to like chill in her dorm or whatnot. But then it was a long period of time where he didn't do that. He just didn't want to see her. So she said something like, I mean, I don't care. Where he at, he probably be talking and fucking other girls too. So I don't care. Now, this one thing I will say. This one thing I will say, to be honest with you. For no reason should your girlfriend feel that you talking to other girls. If she feels that way, that means there's something that you doing wrong. Like you're not. That's up to you to talk to your girl and put her in that safe mindset to where she don't feel like you cheating on her, no shit like that. So the fact that all of them even thought that in the first place, oh, Aaron probably out here talking and fucking other bitches. The fact that she even thinks that means there's something that he doing wrong. So when she said that, I was like, I get what you're saying, but I don't know. That's fucked up still. You disagree with that?
Devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate like a motherfucker because
some girls are just super untrustworthy. Even if you tell them they're not going to believe you, I'll give you that.
Because mind you, look, I just got done telling. I got trust issues myself, and shit, I could be like, it didn't matter. I could be mid relationship and still not trust a girl, even if she's going out to parties and shit like that. If I wake up at night and have a scenario playing in my head that you just sucked in some other dude's dick, I'm not about to go, okay, shit, since I think you're fucking somebody else, I'm about to fuck somebody else and just clarify, you know what I'm saying? or fuck somebody else because of an assumption that you made. Like you essentially are tripping over something that you made up that you don't even know is fucking true. Like,
right. She said probably like he probably talking to other girls too. Yeah.
He probably fucking somebody, so I'm definitely fucking somebody. Like, what the fuck? Like if you don't know, you pretty much are jumping the gun, and you're like, okay, I'm about to do something right now. Like I'm not about to wait to find out and not have no fun myself. Like I'm gonna have fun either. I'm either have fun first or I'm gonna have fun last. Type shit.
This story gets so much worse as we go on. So first of all, that night when she told me that, oh, you don't have to leave, like you can just come in my room. That was the night where I knew I was spending the night over there. I was like, fuck it, I ain't going back to my dorm. I'm about to chill with this. I texted my roommate, bro. I was like, bro, I'm not coming back to the room tonight, bro. You can lock the door. I ain't coming back in there. And think I'm about to be over here. So like I said, the next morning she was like, oh no, like just staying here talking back from class. I don't want Leslie saying this. I told her, hell the fuck no. I'm like, because she had class for like an hour and a half. I'm like, that travel time from you leaving now to you getting back from class is going to be a good 2 hours. I'm not about to sit in your room for 2 hours. First of all, the fact that you even trust me to be in here for 2 hours says a lot. Like I could have stole so much shit. Hell yeah. You would have came back and your jewelry and everything would have been.
Didn't know how that shit turned out. I definitely would have bumped gang some of her shit.
I'm like, the fact that you even telling me to stay here is wild. But I'm like, man, I'm about to. So I ended up actually doing what I said I was going to do. I went to my room to get my school books. I ended up going to the library. So after class, because I had class from 2 to 3, 15 some shit. After class, this girl asked me, was I hungry, that I want something to eat? And I said, yeah. She took me to this sushi restaurant and she paid for lunch for the both of us. I was like, shit. And the sushi place she took me to was dope as fuck, bro. Like, I got some type of California roll type shit. That shit was so fucking good. She was telling me how that's one of her favorite sushi spots. Food. She be going there all the time, whatever. I was like, this shit bang. I'm about to start coming here. Now, here's what's crazy, bro. While we was at the sushi restaurant, she got a call for her homegirl name was something really fucking weird. I think it was Gay, like Gaye. Her girlfriend name was Gay.
So I thought it was like Shalante or some shit.
No, one of her homegirls named Gay like called her like 4 fucking times while we was at the sushi restaurant eating, and she kept sending Gay's what's the name phone calls straight to voicemail. while we were driving back to the school after eating the sushi and shit, Gay had called and she had actually answered the phone. And apparently Gay was calling her because Aaron was reaching out to Gay. He was like, yo, what the fuck is Autumn? Have you seen her? Have you talked to her? I've been calling her, texting her all night. She ain't been answering the phone.
Oh, shit.
Now, here's the thing. Gay knew that Autumn and me was out getting something to eat because Autumn told, she was like, oh, I'm with like this one dude right now. We about to go get something to eat, this sushi place with the whoop. So Gay already knew everything was going on. And she was begging Gay not to tell Aaron. She was like, don't tell him where I'm at, who I'm with. Don't tell him nothing. I was like, I'm in a fucking BET drama show right now.
Some Tyler Perry special shit.
Yeah, bro, for better or worse, Tyler Perry shit.
Right. The dark skinned nigga gotta save the girl from the light skinned abusive nigga.
So Autumn actually told me the whole shit after she got off the phone with Gay. She was like, oh, she was just telling me that Aaron was like blowing her phone up trying to get contact with me, and I told her not to tell her what me and you was doing. So what ended up happening after that, because I ended up going back to, like, after we got back from the sushi place, went to the school, I went to my crib to do a few things, and she asked me to come over again. When I went to her room that night, this girl was cooking some type of shrimp Alfredo or some shit, and me and her ate that whole pot. So I was like, God damn. There's nothing but dubs right now, bro.
Hell yeah, free ass, free food twice. Shit. I'm not even gonna assume free ass the first one time. I'm sure that was a multiple occasion. Fuck that. Shit.
I was like, bro, this shit is. Now I'm about to tell you something wild as fuck, bro. So the second night, when we was in her room just laying down on the bed and shit, I asked her again why she wanted to talk to me, and this girl said something that almost made me slap the fuck out of her. So my roommate, one of my roommates was a dude named Devontae. Now, Devontae was actually friends with Leslie from high school. Remember, she had a roommate named Leslie that I knew like a whole year before I met Autumn. Her roommate Leslie and my roommate Devontae knew each other from high school. Like they been homies. Now, Devontae has a homie named Jordan that he used to always, because Leslie used to have these these game night things in her room, like Monopoly, Uno, all that kind of shit, and she would always invite me.
Oh my God. I swear to God, I feel like I know where the story going.
She would always invite me and Devontae. We had another roommate named Brendan. She would say, Amiri and Brendan, y'all can come if y'all want to play cards and shit. Me and Brendan will never want to go. Any single time Leslie had a game night, it was only Devontae that would go by himself, or he would have his homeboy Jordan that would go with him. Me and Brendan never went. So one time, like that second night when we was in bed together, I asked her again. I was like, so with you having a boyfriend or not, like, what was the reason you say you chose to talk to me again? Like, why did you hit me up that Monday and that Tuesday wanting to hang out? This bitch said, oh, because I would just think about how all the times how you and Devontae would come over for game night and we used to have so much fun. I used to always thought she was cute then with the whoop. I'm like, that wasn't me. That was Jordan. That's not me. She gonna say, oh, you know what I mean. I was like, no, I don't know what the fuck you mean.
I would uppercut that bitch to Saturn. You better get the fuck away from me.
I was about to push her off the bed for saying that shit, but I swear to God, I was ready to push her off that bed.
She said, you know what I mean. What the fuck?
I'm like, you thinking about a whole different thing right now.
She's smashing you because she thought you was somebody else.
Ain't that some shit, bro? Ain't that some
nigga?
Shit?
First off, I don't hear no L on your side because you got the ass in the food. Shit. Jordan, the one that missed out. Shit, fucking. This was all for Jordan. He shit.
That blew my motherfucking mind when she said, "You know what I mean." I said, "Wow." I shouldn't even be surprised by this. I'm talking to a fucking infidelity queen right now. I shouldn't even be surprised.
I'm like, what the fuck? You fucking that whole time she wanted to smash the other nigga. She's like, you know what? Shit, close enough.
And
shit,
me and Jordan don't look nothing the same. I was like, how did you even get us confused?
She like, probably, I don't know.
And mind you, how she got my number in the first place? She asked Leslie. She was like, "What's Amiri's number?" That's how she got my number. So first of all, how did you get Amiri mixed up with Jordan? I feel like that was step one.
What the fuck?
That was step one right there. I'm like, oh no.
So let me get this straight. So let's count the sins. So first off, she mistook you for She was mistaking you for a whole nother person for fucking what, months or a month or a couple of weeks?
It was probably a year or so. Like that whole
A
period,
year?
like that whole period when Devontae and like Jordan would go hang out with them. That was like several months to a year type shit.
What the fuck? She mistook you for a whole other person for a fucking year. She fucked you and got you some food, despite having a fucking boyfriend that didn't live nowhere close, who she assumed was having sex with other people. She didn't even have fucking concrete fucking evidence. She just thought that she was fucking somebody else. So she fucked you instead. And it was like, all right, well, shit, I think he's doing it, so I am doing it. Right. So that and all this shit wasn't even supposed to happen because she actually wanted to do it with the motherfucker Jordan.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I've made my verdict. This bitch is going to hell. Straight to Hades. Straight to fucking Hades. Hades. Going straight to hell. There's no looking up. No, don't ever pray to God ever again. You're going right the fuck to hell.